Vocês já pediram tantas vezes que hoje os gringos reagem a ritmos brasileiros. Tiago é nosso músico em residência. Tiago, quais ritmos você escolheu para nossos gringos?
Eu escolhi Ijexá, baião e forró, carimbó e finalmente maracatu. Brazil is a land of over 200 million people and dozens of musical traditions, many known around the world, like samba and bossa nova. But there are many other rhythms, well known in Brazil but less so outside, that are very much worthy of the country's reputation of top-notch music. Today we'll watch videos of 4 very traditional Brazilian rhythms. Pay attention not just to the visuals, but especially to the music and to the beat.
Ijexá.
Very good.
All right.
This is one of the many African rhythms brought to Brazil with the slaves. It is a variation of a rhythm played in the rituals of candomblé.
Definitely has like a Caribbean sound to it.
Feels like he just started singing while those guys were doing this. Feels like a little impromptu.
It definitely sounds like something you would hear in older times, like you were saying, slavery-wise. This sounds to me like a rhythmic fairy tale sound. Or like someone's going on a journey to something good is waiting ahead of them.
But it's good, the music, it's very danceable. It makes you just kind of want to like tap your toes and move your arms and also move in a bunch of different beats, so it's really good for that. I liked the dancer, and it also reminded me, again, with all the different layers of the beats, like if you're moving your feet at one beat, you're moving your hands at a different beat, your head's going in another rhythm.
There were a few people in that video that looked like they were just there and somebody started dancing and they're like, all right.
I was like captivated. It's so like the sort of like the brass sound underneath it is like very like nice as like the pulse, and then like the dancer that like in the second video, like the movement is so fluid.
The first song sounded a little bit not oppressive, but something that you need to hear to bring people together in a way to give them strength, whereas the second video just sounds like something just really fun.
See, that was more of a dance beat to me. The other one was almost like, the other one again, it'd be like sitting on a beach with a campfire and somebody just starts playing one of the instruments that we cooked dinner with, and then somebody starts singing, and it felt very sort of, I don't know, organic.
Forró.
Yeah, one of the variations of forró is baião.
Baião.
So one of the most popular rhythms within Brazil, and especially in the Northeast, forró has a fast beat, and one of the many versions is called baião. Traditional forró is played with an accordion, a triangle, and a zabumba drum.
His hat is very interesting. I'm distracted by the hat with the sunglasses, but I like the little bells in it.
I did not expect the hat.
It's like the Frank Sinatra of Brazil.
I feel like I'd like to have this going on if I was just cleaning the house or something and be like, yeah. And clean.
And I'm like getting vibes of like Brazilian, like Beyonce or Shakira.
Yeah, I like this lady. She's just like wiggling everything. It's a very good wiggle. It's like a wiggle song.
I think it's funny. I think if you change the accordion beat with a woman singing, it could almost remind me of a disco song.
The second one seemed more dancey. The first one seemed like something, I feel like it would be at a wedding where they said this is the type of music we're gonna play. I don't feel like it would be my first choice.
It seemed like there was a lot of old men like playing the accordion, so I was just wondering if like, it's popular for like older people, like this rhythm.
Carimbó. It's a cutting ball. Okay.
Okay, carimbó is a traditional dance and music style from the north of Brazil, which is largely made up of the Amazon region. It has a strong influence of indigenous culture. Dancers use big, colorful skirts.
No meio do pítio, no meio do pítio, no meio do pítio.
I love that it's this older woman who's just like owning it. And it almost sounds like, you know, bitch, I got you. Ooh, a busabe. It's like, I don't care about these birds flying around. Bitch, I got you. Ooh, and then in contrast, there's this like younger blonde lady wearing a bunch of like that things.
I guess like this is the type of music that I would think about if I was thinking about like what does it sound like Brazil, maybe more so.
This is something I feel like very beachy, very like islandy.
They're all just dancing around like flower princesses. It feels very much like Carnival, actually. I totally see a reference, like if this was the pop version of Carnival.
I like it. The first woman, I love. You're right, it's very contemporary. To me, it sounds like Brazilian R&B or like, she looks like Aretha Franklin, but she sounds like married to Beyonce or Alicia Keys.
Yeah, it just was like very much lighter, like definitely like the first singer, she was like moving her shoulders more like than the other two dancers and like the other videos, and like I can definitely see why. It's just like more of an upper body, like feel good. Like I would say you should be out dancing and like with a group of people and not just like the other one you like go to a concert and listen to and have a good time, but this one is like, if this is out so much, it's like, oh, this is my song, we have to go dance.
The last one reminded me of Shakira. The last part felt more of like a dance thing. The first one felt more of like something that just happened. Like where somebody just sort of started singing and somebody started playing.
Maracatu.
One more try. Maracatu.
Maracatu.
Very good, very good. So maracatu is one of the most popular types of Brazilian folkloric music. It's another African Brazilian genre, extremely percussive, drum-based, originally from Pernambuco, very musical state in the Northeast. One of the instruments most associated with maracatu is called alfaia. It's a wooden drum made out of animal skin.
Oh yeah, it sounds like a marching band.
It sounds like more marching band-esque, like the sound like of the drum.
So these are the same style of music? Interesting, because they don't feel like the same style.
This is what jazz would sound like if they had lyrics in it. That's what I think.
And this feels like Red Hot Chili Peppers video.
What the hell? It's like Mad Max. Just the guy, oh god. I'm scared. If I were to see those people on the street, even here in New York, I'd probably scream a little. Just like, oh!
This second video sounds to me like a hybrid of like, if jazz had lyrics, but then at the end I'm getting like 90s rock, Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's a good sound and I like it and it's really, really cool.
I definitely could tell that when you said like the rock mix, like it was definitely a little bit more like, that style is very clear, and then I like that you can hear like the marching band was very different.
It was like the first thing felt like a 70s, and then the last thing felt like a 90s rock performance.
So which of these rhythms were more appealing to you and why?
3 and 1. 3 because I think like it felt more playful and like outgoing versus the number 1, which is a little bit more serious and like somber. But then I also liked the bright color and context with it too, so it just made it seem that it was more music about like coming out and celebrating together versus like the first one, which is like still very like powerful and like the rhythm is still makes you want to move, but it makes you like more internal movement. Yeah.
I really liked the triangle. It just made me happy and want to clean the house. You know.
When you think of Brazil, which one would you tend to think, oh, this is Brazilian, very Brazilian?
Probably the same one, just because it felt a little bit, well, then there was the blonde princess girl who was like a carnival, and that makes me think of Brazil. Maybe all of them.
That woman, I love it. That would be my favorite, but the last one, I enjoyed them all, but if I had to pick, it would probably be the third and the fourth.
I feel like dancing and drums is what I would think of as Brazilians. I think the next to the last one that had the older woman singing and the younger one, the Shakira woman singing, like that felt like a good combo of drums and dance, yeah.
So do you have a different image of Brazilian music now?
I didn't realize how percussion heavy it was. I thought it would be a little bit more, for some reason, flute based or woodwind based, but obviously now I know percussion and drums are a very large part of it, especially you see the music in Carnival too. But just like anything else, you see different kinds of music. So that was eye-opening too.